Welcome to Friendly Farmers Maine. Friendly Farmers Maine has some of the easiest to understand requirements for, out of all of our neighborhoods. Um, but there are still some things that I would like to cover for everyone who is new. Unfortunately, I do not have a farm in Friendly Farmers Maine, so I'm doing this from Pro, but hopefully you can get the gist. The point requirement itself should be pretty easy to understand. It's just 2,880 points. Or, if it's a different derby type, this is max points without diamond task. So if it's a blossom derby, that just means 9 out of 9 blossoms. If it's a mystery derby, that just means 3,600 P, etc. So the main goal of Maine is to get top 3 in the current derby. It does usually require some people to go above and beyond and do 3,200 P. The choice to do that is up to you and, dependent on how close we are to top 3 at that point that week. So your prerogative. Of course, there are BEMs available for going above and beyond. So that should be, I think we're all on the same page there. If you're joining Maine, you should already have an understanding of how to play Derby. This should not be the first Derby you've ever played. You should probably have some experience with Blossom Derby as well. And like I said, have some experience with getting 2,880p. This is not like a beginner neighborhood, but it is, a chill, casual neighborhood. We don't make the requirements any more complicated than what you see right here. The only thing that might be new is the BEM penalty. The BEM penalty exists because, again, this is a top 3, ideally top 1 neighborhood. That is our goal every week. So if you miss a task, take a task that's less than 320p, that could literally, make or break our ability to get first place that week. And so the way that we penalize people for that is with a BEM penalty. BEM stands for barn expansion materials. Those are bolts, planks, and duct tape. The point is that if you don't meet your requirement, then you're not pulling your weight. So the BEM penalty is an alternative way to make up to the neighborhood the fact that you did not meet your requirement. So we don't really do exceptions to the BEM penalty. The BEM penalty exists for when you have something going on in real life and it's just not possible for you to complete your tasks. Like if you go flying out of a window and you break all of your limbs and you can't obviously do your tasks, this is how you this is how you contribute to the neighborhood in that case. Or if you accidentally, obviously that was extreme. We would not penalize you in that case, but I think you get what I'm saying. Like if you know, if your internet goes out for a day and you can't get your last 3 tasks in, if you accidentally click on a 300-point task instead of a 320-point task, that's what the BEM penalty is for. Because obviously you're in Maine, we know that you're capable of completing 2,880p. We know you're a great neighbor. It's about making sure that you still contribute to the neighborhood what you were unable to that week. It's not something that you should rely on each week and just use as an excuse to not finish your tasks. Like if you are not finishing your tasks every week, yeah, we're gonna kick you out. We've had people join, and within their first couple of weeks, they accidentally take a less than 320-point task, and then they don't make up for it with a diamond task. That's another thing. If you complete 9 out of 9 tasks, but you fail one of them, so really your point value is like 2,560 or whatever it is. If you accidentally fail a task, you can just take the 10th task, and then you'd have 2,880, and then you would not be penalized. Like that's completely fine. That's actually great. That's what we prefer. We prefer you to do this. We've had people literally leave because we asked them to pay the penalty. It's not a very big penalty, by the way, but we've had people leave because we asked them to pay the penalty, because they thought that they said, obviously this is a one-time thing. I've met my requirement multiple times in a row now. And we're like, yeah, that's the point. We know it's a one-time thing, so we're giving you a way to make up for it, Anyway, Hope that makes sense to you guys. Generally, it has worked really well for us for like a year or two now, so it's probably not going anywhere. So hopefully you understand. And if you don't understand, just complete your tasks, um, and then there will be no problem. Like I said, it's not a very big penalty. If you're level 40 to level 49, it is 4 BEMs per missed task. Six. If you're 70 to 79, it's 7. If you're 100 to 110, or I guess it would be 109, it's 9. It's 10. It's a pretty self-explanatory kind of increase here. The higher level you are, the more BEMs you pay per task, basically. Every Monday, we reach out directly to the people and we tell them exactly how many they have to pay. And you can usually trust that our math is correct. You don't have to do any of this math yourself. But just for your reference, this is how much you have to pay per missed task. And in case you're interested, we can go over some of the ways to get BEMs. So obviously, all of the BEMs that we collect from penalties go directly to the treasury. I guess that's not obvious, but all of the BEMs we collect from the penalties go to the treasury. And the treasury funds, let's see, it changes, but currently we're funding, why can't I do math? 45 BEMs per week for A and B. So players that are going above and beyond the requirement of their neighborhood, we give out 45 BEMs per week. Farms Award, we're giving out 80 BEMs per week to winners. Decoration competition is 30 BEMs. Oh my gosh, no, this is per month. This is per month. For the deco comp, farm, deco, what else? We're giving away, let me do some math here real quick, actually. I can do 89 times 4. We're giving away 356 BEMs this year for Farmmas. So if you have any doubts about whether or not the BEMs are being put to good use, they absolutely are. They do not go to like council members' pockets. We cannot use those BEMs for any personal use. It is strictly for these things. And clearly, oops, what the heck? Clearly, we are giving away a lot. Okay, that's all I have for this video. Kind of a long, I mean, it's like I said, man, it's pretty simple. I just kind of gave you the quick rundown of the requirements and then a long-winded explanation of the BEM penalty. If you have any questions, be sure to reach out to me or any other council member or a neighbor, depending on, what the question is and who you feel comfortable asking. Yeah, see you in Derby.